Hello everyone, Maryann here, revealing light, tarot, astrology and spirituality. I'm actually in the throes of the flu, so that's why I sound the way I do. This won't be a long reading today if we can get through everything that I want to get through. But anyway, that's what it is. I've been unwell now since I think it came on Friday, and started with a sore throat and then progress to, the usual way a flu would progress. But anyway, in the scheme of things, I'm doing pretty well. It's going around the region where I live. Okay, so I just want to start with mentioning a couple of things that have happened that are in line with my predictions. I spoke about a legal challenge to the budget bill, and there has been that with Planned Parenthood. I also spoke about a huge scandal that would engulf Trump that he couldn't recover from. And many of you just kind of laughed when I said that. It was like, ho, ho, ho. Nothing seems to touch him. But it is the revisitation of the Epstein controversy, the Epstein case, I guess, Trump's connection with Epstein, which goes back decades. Maga is imploding on that, and I don't say that lightly. You've got to remember, and I did watch the Bull Walk over the weekend, and I saw an interview between Sarah Longwell and Bill Crystal. Bill Crystal? Is that? No, not Bill Crystal. Wilson? Anyway, Sarah Longwell. And she made a point that actually that sort of resonated with me, that Maga are concerned about the deep state corruption, and they're concerned about child trafficking and pedophilia, even though, they obviously support politicians who, keep getting charged with sex-related crimes. Anyway, part of Trump's campaign was that they would release the Epstein files, that this was a deep state cover-up, and they hammered that home through their campaign. Maga believed that they would do this, and now they haven't. And this is a bridge too far. Now, some Magas will, are trying to make excuses and saying, well, it's all Pam Bondi, the Attorney General's fault. It's not Trump's fault. But of course, this story has a way to go, because if you've been watching me for years now, you would know that I have seen that Trump and Epstein were allegedly in business together, that he was very much part of those, allegedly part of those activities. This is a tarot reading for entertainment purposes only. But I have a long history of dealing with Epstein and Trump back in the modelling days. Just scroll back and look for Epstein in the headline, or do a search of my channel. And this is a scandal that he can't recover from, and it's not going to go away. Those MAGA who are genuinely concerned about child sex trafficking and deep state corruption, they deserve to have these questions answered, and the only way they can be answered if the files are released. If the question of whether Trump was involved with Epstein is there in that files, it has to be answered. And so it's not going to go away. This is the huge scandal that he can't recover from. At the time when I made that prediction, I saw a rose and a book. One of my viewers, thank you for reminding me, I went into it clairvoyantly, and I saw those two things. Well, Rosie O'Donnell, as you know, there's been a huge fight over the weekend. Trump threatened to take away her citizenship. He can't do that, and she's come back, coming at him really strongly, and of course posting that picture with Epstein and Trump together, arms around one another, buddy, etc. Maybe now the mainstream channels might start to look at Michael Wolff's audio. He has hundreds of hours of audio interviewing Jeffrey Epstein just before he died. Okay, this is a scandal that's not going away. So Rose seems to be connected with Rosie O'Donnell. Now the book part I don't think has been answered yet. So we'll wait and see. Is someone coming out with a book? Let's see what happens there. That might come in the near future. What else? Oh yes, I did talk about the National Guard and military eventually occupied California's streets. Gavin Newsom, the governor there, has succeeded in asking for what they call an en blanc review, meaning that if the federal court judges in California agree, it'll go to an appeal again. And so he's got another bite of the cherry, as we say here in Australia. And hopefully he can win that. We'll ask that in this reading. The other thing I want to mention that I did talk about, I predicted that Trump would ask something of Albanese, of Australia, that was too much. It had to do with China, and it was too much, and we would say no. Well, that happened over the weekend. The Hegseth's department asked Australia and Japan for a guarantee that if China invaded Taiwan, that they would fight with America. Now, not even America has it. It's still ambiguous about whether it would fight China if China invades Taiwan. Our Prime Minister, our Defence Secretary said no, we cannot give such a guarantee. That is up to the government of the day, maybe a different government in the future. That is up to the people of Australia when and if it happens. We do not deal in hypotheticals, so no, we can't give you a guarantee. Yay! Obviously, they don't know how democracy works, because this government cannot commit a future government to something that may or may not happen in the future. That is up to the government of the day and the people of the day. So that's how democracy works. Is it a surprise they don't understand how that works? And we obviously, this is a type of extortion. They want an increase in our defence spending. Don't be surprised if they want more for AUKUS. All of these things will come to pass, but we are standing firm. We are an independent foreign state, nation, and we won't be kowtowing or being pushed around by anybody. Our Prime Minister is in China at the moment. China's our biggest trading partner by a lot, and we're over there doing business with China right now. Okay, so let's get started. I want to go back to the Maga. We'll go to Canada. You know that he's slapped a 35% tariff, obviously to push a deal along, or insider trading, take your pick. Can that be stopped? I think we'll concentrate mainly on Epstein, Trump and Maga today. So I'm using the Japaritsi Tarot, and the Rider-Waite. Just the Rider-Waite Tarot today. We'll keep it simple. All right, so where will I start? Now, Bonji, what's his name? No, that's hello, isn't it? What is that, fellows? The deputy head of the FBI, Bongino, has threatened to quit. Here's my take on that. I feel very strongly that he will be asked to step aside for that. He's made Trump look stupid. Matt Gaetz was summoned apparently to DC. I was going to say Hollywood. It's like a show, isn't it? Not a very good show at that. I think there might be some shake-ups there. I don't think he's going to get rid of Pam Bondi. She's too compliant. She does his will very well. But he might shake up Bongino. I don't know. Kash Patel has declared his loyalty to Trump. In any case, none of this is going away. All right, let's get started. Okay. Can Trump recover from the Epstein scandal? Can Trump recover from the Epstein scandal? What do you want to show me? Can Trump recover? He's on a treadmill going round and round and round, and he's having to run. This is probably the biggest threat to his support, or his ongoing support amongst his base. Okay, so can Trump recover from the Epstein connection? Because he was connected. We have multiple evidence of that. So we have the Queen of Cups. Interesting, something else is about to come out. And we have the Six of Fire, which is the Six of Wands, victory. We mustn't forget Musk. Where did this sort of resurrect itself? It resurrected itself on X with Musk, and he's driving it very hard. And if you look at my last reading, I said he's not giving up. There is victory here for somebody who comes out with something or has come out with something. The Ten of Swords is pretty clear. That is endings. That's at the foundation of the reading. Endings. That's a very, very dark sky. The Ten of Swords is at the foundation of the reading. And it is all part of the cycle that is ending. And I do want to say that, whether you're Democrat or whether you're Republican or whether you're like me sitting here in Australia, we want to know that justice will be done for the young girls that were trafficked by Epstein and co, who were involved in this. The King of Pentacles is in the past, okay, so he's lost ground very much. I don't know his support, his donations, how he keeps hitting people up for money. That's lessening along with, he would notice that. It's going down. The Knight of Pentacles, consistency, is in the sky. So his base are looking for a follow-through. He promised to release the files and he's not doing so. They want that consistency. This is also the economy as well. So it's never one thing that takes somebody down, but there's always something major that contributes. The Page of Pentacles is in the immediate future. And so this is something to do. This could be throwing support to the American Party as well, and donations. There's something to do also with money. It's like a light bulb might be going on. I would hope so. The Nine of Wands, boundaries, is in the. It's the gladiators there. The boundaries, the Nine of Wands, the shield. This person's ready to strike as well. I wonder if. Yeah, there's new starts, snakes and ladders, there's new starts. Something's really shifted, and I know that people will still remain skeptical about whether this mud will stick. It's more than mud. It's what we all knew, isn't it? It's why we never could support someone like him. We know of his involvement with Epstein and what potentially that could have meant. His involvement with Epstein, I want to say, is well documented. You just have to look at the pictures over many years. But it's the other as well that hasn't come out yet. It looks like something has shifted with his base. It's like the genie's out of the bottle. The Five of Swords, abuse. It's like the landscape is just dissolving. Sabotage and abuse. These are some pretty heavy energies. The ten of Wands. It's not going away. The Ten of Wands speaks to oppression. It speaks to things being really tough, not being able to recover, you've taken on too much, there's multiple things coming at you. In the astrology reading, which I wanted to do today, but my head's just not clear enough, I wanted to look at his chart. Maybe we'll do that later in the week, because there will be some indications. The last time I looked at his chart, of course, it showed that there was this very, very bad period, if I can just put it like that, for America. Things that they would be suffering under, things that he would do. The economy was unwinding, and that as Mars moved down from his natal, transiting Mars moved down from his natal Mars, and we moved into Virgo energy, details would start to emerge about certain things. He can't get away from it. That's what this reading is showing. And the Five of Pentacles, I mean, locked out, victimhood, not being let in. It seems like this is a perfect opportunity now for Musk to swoop in, or some other party. The Democrats, for example, can say, we want to see this information too. Should Biden have released it? There was no calls on Biden to do so when he was president. He didn't campaign on releasing the Epstein files. Trump did. Anyway, Trump's president now. He can release it. He's not releasing it. And the Three of Gardens, the Three of Pentacles, three players, and something coming to fruition in time. I think someone else, the Six of Cups, the past, somebody else is coming out with more evidence on Trump, and it will be, this is not going to go away. This will be it. This will be his defining moment. He didn't release the Epstein files because he's in it. He's in them. I'm just going to say in great detail. All right, now, this has all raised the questions again about Epstein's death. And we had Patel come out and Bongino come out, Bongiorno, whatever his name is, and say he was murdered, but he was murdered. He unsubscribed. But there's a minute missing from that tape. And of course, this has sparked the questions again. So let's have a look. Again, I thought that there was foul play and that he may have been forced, like pushed off. I don't know. It was a setup. That was where I came out with before, that there was interference in his death. That's as far as I got. Let's see. All right, is it time now? Is it time for us? Well, I don't know why I'm seeing umbrellas. Is it time for us to know what happened to Jeffrey Epstein? There's a Middle Eastern connection here. That was my next question. It's very clear now. Epstein was working with Mossad to get dirt on. But I'm getting Egypt. I don't know why I'm getting Egypt. Some sort of Egyptian connection here. All right, let's see. Was Jeffrey Epstein murdered? What can you show me? Is there anything? There is light coming in now, so there is something here. I'm getting somebody was paid, perhaps. Somebody was paid to let someone in. I see a coin opening a door. Somebody was paid to let someone in. Okay. And see, why wasn't it investigated? Well, Trump was president at the time. But why didn't Biden follow up? You see, Democrats need to understand that Bill Clinton is also mentioned in these files. Is this... something to do with his heart as well. Okay, so was he murdered? Was Epstein murdered? Yeah. I come back that there was interference in his death. I can't say that he was murdered, but well, what is murder? Someone was paid to let somebody else in, and they staged his death. Not staged his death. He actually did die. He's not off somewhere. He actually, well, I'm going to say he was killed. It seems like somebody interfered in his death. So, for example, they put the thing around his neck and they dropped him from wherever it was that he was found. He was tampered. He was he was murdered. All right. I can see the interference. I can't see the point of his. I can't see the exact moment of his death, and maybe because I don't want to. But I can see the interference in that cell on that night. Okay, so that's where I'll go with that. Okay, so was Epstein working with Mossad? Was Epstein working with Mossad? Was Epstein working with Mossad to gather, to film elites, politicians? Was Epstein working with Mossad? He has a lot of dirt on a lot of people. Oh my goodness, the Ace of Swords. Remember the Ten of Swords when I asked about the first question with Trump came up as the foundation of the reading. There were all these bats hanging off trees. The Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the truth. And then we get justice. I don't even... Oh, there's the umbrellas. Oh, okay. Justice. Wow. 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 Look at the images here. The Ten of Swords had all the bats. The bat is the Ace of Swords, which is the truth. And the umbrellas that I saw, justice. Justice. There were those inside who were paid to let somebody in or do the job themselves, but this is also saying that justice will occur in this matter. The ace is the truth and justice. Justice is on its way. Oh my God, the sun, the three most important yes cards here. The sun is at the foundation of the reading. The King of Swords is in the past. That's a air sign. Who was the air sign? Pardon me. The Hierophant is in the sky. The government. The government of the day. The government was involved. The Six of Pentacles, loans, debts. The World card is in the... It's like all of these things are happening now and they're uniting us all. We can listen to Tucker Carlson speak the truth and not recoil from it. We can listen to Maga influencers who say release the file, Trump's part of the deep state, he's covering up, and we can resonate with that truth. It's kind of a universal thing here, and it's like it's all converging. The end of a cycle and a new beginning, and then we get moderation and temperance is in the environment, the middle ground. What do we agree on? We agree that the Epstein, people who were involved in Epstein, whether that be Trump or whoever it is, Clinton, Trump, we can agree need to be investigated, and if wrongdoing is found, prosecuted to the full extent of the law. We need to get to the bottom of Jeffrey Epstein's death or murder. or his death. There was interference in his death. The Stranger of Gardens, which is the Knight of Pentacles, as in the hopes and fears, consistency or inconsistency, and we have the Ace of Coins. Oh my goodness me, was Jeffrey Epstein working for Mossad? Yes, he was, and he was paid a lot of money to do so. What was he doing? Filming Queen of Cups, filming women and men, not women, men doing things with underage women, girls, if you want to put it like that. The Knight of Wands, this isn't going away, and the Ace of Wands. These are all yes cards. The Israeli government was financing Jeffrey Epstein's operation. Yes, Mossad. He was working with Mossad. Death. Who was involved in his death? Mossad. War, which is the Emperor card, and the Four of Cups, and the Empress card. There is the jail cell, and the Page of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. This is the full truth. Will liberate all of us, and may just solve some of the. Well, it will. It's a massive. It's a big mountain to climb, but it will begin a healing. I think the truth and justice will begin that healing. So I didn't get to really much at all, did I? What else I think all of this can wait. Pardon me. Oh, I'm still sneezing. I'm just going to keep on this Epstein Maga matter, and I'll do the other topics on another day. So, will the complete truth come out? I've seen that it will. Will the full truth come out about Trump and Epstein? Will the full truth come out about Trump and Epstein? Right now, it's been hidden. I see a fox and I see women descending down a back staircase. So it's been cunningly hidden. But my question was, will the full truth come out? The Five of Swords, abuse of power, and war. See, I think we've got a way to go yet. I really do. The Emperor and the Five of Swords. We have the Ten of Pentacles, money. Again, I go back to his business interests. The Four of Wands in the past, family, reunions, births. There is someone out there that could make a move with either a book or, because I haven't solved the book part, but I think there's more to come. Will it ever come out? The Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, wishing on a star. It's possible, yeah, that our wishes may be granted in this. Let's see. The Five of Wands, it's, fighting, partisanship, we're going to see more of that. He's trying to deflect right now. The Nine of Swords. He's very, very anxious about this, extremely anxious about it. That he will be exposed. and the Three of Wands, overseas interests. See, we don't know how compromised he is. What Israel has on Trump. We don't know if they're blackmailing him. We don't know. Trump is anxious about something to do with a foreign country in relation to the Epstein stuff. The Ten of Wands here in the hopes and fears. Can I get out of this? Checkmate. Currently, there's not. He's worried about it, but he can't see himself being checkmated right now. And we get the Knight of Pentacles again, keeps coming up. Consistency. Will it all come out? The Knight of Wands. Two knights. Interesting. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. What does that mean? It means this isn't going away. They are both yes cards if you read tarot like that. But this is about a movement, a consistent movement toward the truth. And we have the Page of Swords, betrayal, information being leaked, and the stranger. And we've got all knights here. The Stranger of Swords, the Knight of Swords. Wow. Wow. 3 knights in an outcome pool, along with a Page of Swords that can be betrayal. Somebody's coming out with something irrefutable, but by the time that comes, his base will be so disenchanted, so betrayed, so ready for, baying for his blood, because we add in the economy here, and then we get hope coming here. Now, if this plays out as my cards would suggest, we can take some sort of heart that the universe is meant to unfold as it does. That yes, there's suffering, yes, there's death, yes, there's travesty, yes, there's injustice. But it forms part of a bigger tapestry, where threads weave to an ultimate outcome. And that outcome would be the full truth being revealed. I spoke about September, a September shift occurring. Many of my viewers in the US want to know, when will this finish? I can't wave a magic wand and say he'll be gone tomorrow, your suffering will end tomorrow. But I do see subtle shifts occurring in September. Maybe the troops are off the street in California. Maybe the courts have said you can't do that, you can't deploy. Maybe there's pushback against ICE in the courts. Maybe there's several losses for him. Maybe the economy is so bad. Maybe the Maga, again, this Epstein stuff won't go away. Someone leaks something by the look of it. Let's see. But I can't say the government will fall by September. I'm not saying that. But there is a shift in his power dynamic. A loss of power, I said before. When someone asked me, I said it's a loss of power. Okay, 3 cards want to come out. The Judgment card, which is an inevitability. The Queen of Wands, we get movement, forward, passionate, creativity. And the 10 of Cups, the voter. Okay, so what happens in September? Can his polls get any worse? I don't know. Maybe they'll start polling his own party, but there is 3 of Swords, heartbreak and betrayal. So by September, things are looking pretty dicey for his mandates, and people are feeling betrayed. And there we have the 10 of Swords again, and there we have the bat. So many truths on the tree, ready to be revealed. All right, I'm going to leave it there because I'm feeling a bit tired, and I wanted to come on. That was an important reading as to how things might play out between Epstein, Trump, and Maga. And again, whether you're Democrat, Republican, whether you're, we all want to see justice in our world. We don't want to see corruption. We don't want to see deep state politicians on the take that speak, out one side of their mouth on one thing and then they say something else another. It doesn't matter whether they're left, right, blue, brindle, purple. We, the people, want to be heard, and we want the truth. And we certainly don't want to be continually manipulated by corrupt politicians. So we can all agree on that, I think. Okay, bye for now.